This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a LG dryer that's making a bunch of noise when it's running. Here's the noise. Kind of a rumbly noise. Usually this is due to a worn out support wheel. This dryer has 4 support wheels, so you could purchase all 4. But often it's just one that's worn out. So we're going to look into this and see which wheel it might be. Usually with these it's the front wheels. There's 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So we're making sure we unplug it or turn off the breaker. This is an electric one, so it actually has a 220 plug. I'm going to pull it away from the wall a little bit, and then we'll take 3 screws out of the back to get the upper panel off. You might notice that there's 3 on the back near the top and 3 on the back that's about an inch lower than the top. So the lower ones are actually the ones you want to take off. They're just Phillips head screws. And then once you get them off, you can remove the upper panel by pushing it back slightly, maybe by about an inch, and then lifting it up. Sometimes they're kind of hard to get off. You can just keep pushing and pulling on them. This one came off pretty easy. They will come off though once you get those 3 screws off. So we're going to push it away from the front, and then we'll lift it up. The reason we have to take off the upper panel so we can get to some screws that live underneath it. We have to remove the front panel to do this repair. So we're going to remove these 2 screws that are holding on the control panel. These are small Phillips head screws. And then we can grab the top of the panel, pull it towards you, kind of wiggle it and pull, and you can get that off. And just lift up the panel. It's connected by wires, but just carefully lift it up and get it up over on top so it's out of your way. Then we're going to remove 4 Phillips head screws that hold the panel on at the top. There's actually 2 underneath the door too. Once you open the door, you'll see a few more that you have to pull before you can get the panel off. So these again are just Phillips head screws. Just zip them out. I'm going to open the door and remove these 2 that are here near the filter housing. These 2 screws are a little bit different too. They're more machine screws, and the ones that we removed earlier have more of a pointed tip. Now we're going to pull the door back and unhook the door switch. Sometimes you have to pull pretty hard on this to get it to come loose. It's going to pull to your right. You have to wiggle it and pull it. You can grab it with a pair of pliers, helps too. Once that's off, you'll be able to lift the whole front panel off. It's only connected at the bottom by a couple of clips that just lift it straight up. Get that off to the side. And then I'm going to just see if I can figure out which one of these front wheels might be giving me trouble. I'm going to reach in and move the drum, and I can feel that this one on the right seems a little bit wobbly. I think this is the culprit, but I'm going to check the one on the left also. It certainly could be the 2 in the back, but that's more rare. The front ones is pretty easy to repair too, because they're right where you can get to them. So I'm going to remove this ducting. It has 2 Phillips head screws that hold it on, and that'll allow me to get to the wheel on the right, which I think is the culprit. So I got to pull the filter out. And then I can pull the housing down and out. There we go. And then to remove this wheel, all I have to do is grab onto the back of it. I'm using a pair of vice grips, but you can use a 10 millimeter socket. And then the other side of it is a 14 millimeter, or you can use just a crescent wrench. So I got to lock down on this 10 millimeter post first up so that it doesn't move. Then I'll grab this 14 millimeter nut with a crescent wrench, turn it left, and that's about it. Then you can just pretty easily pull the wheel out toward the back of the dryer. You have to lift up a little bit on the drum because it's holding up, the wheel's holding it up, so you have to take the pressure off. So I'm just going to reach in underneath. There we go, and I can pull that out. You can see how the vice grips have grabbed the other end of the post. But again, you can use a 10 millimeter socket. So this is pretty wobbly. You don't want that much play. That's why I was making so much racket. I think just the geometry of how these wheels support, that this front right one's more likely to wear out. That's the part number for the new one. And all four of them are the same. So depending on, you could use this to replace any of the four. So get that out of the package. And you can see the difference with a brand new one. Spins really nice and there's no wobble. The old one had just this huge amount of play. That's that rumbling noise that we were hearing. This one like maybe a 32nd of play, the other one maybe quarter inch of play. Yeah, that one's pretty loose. So I'm going to lock in on that 10 millimeter post. Again, you can use a 10 millimeter socket, and I'll feed that in, put the washer on and feed it in from behind, and then I have to lift up on the drum to take the pressure off, and then I can feed the threads through. And then I'll put on the 14 millimeter nut. So now we can just tighten this down. And while we're here, while we have it open, going to lubricate the other wheel too. Just using some white lithium grease that is coming from a spray application. Just going to spray that on the post so that it's lubricated. So we tightened up that one, 14 millimeter nut. And it's also a good opportunity at this point to try to clean out any lint you see inside the cabinet so that it won't catch fire. So when we turn it, we don't have a rumble anymore. So this is the white lithium grease that you can spray in on these rollers. Helps. You can also just use some oil, works good too. I'm going to spray that up on that post. Then I'll spray some over on this one. And then that's turning even better. So we've cured the problem. Now we just want to reassemble everything. So we're going to put the ducting back on. And this is secured by 2 small Phillips head screws. Got to line up the holes. Put that one in. Do this side. Put the filter back in. Then we'll just put the front panel back. The front panel has the little clips at the bottom, and there's holes on the panel for those clips. So you just set it in at about a 30-degree angle. I usually use my knee to kind of support it. Make sure it seats in. And then we're going to bring the panel up against the frame. And there's a couple of, first we'll reconnect the door switch. So we're just going to push that in solidly. And then we're going to look on the right and left and make sure that the little pins go back into the front panel. Take your time here. Keep playing with it until you get it lined up. And then we'll put in those 4 screws that hold in the front panel. We also have to remember that there's 2 machine screws that we put in that are behind the door on the filter housing that help hold on the front panel. So these rolling wheels will last a long time if you can avoid heavy objects. So we don't want to wash like blankets or bathroom mats or comforters because they're so heavy they just wear out these parts prematurely. So we're going to put the front panel back on, and once we get it seated we're going to push it forward until it clicks, and then we're going to add 2 little screws that hold it on. And then we just need to take the top panel and put that back, put it on top, and then you pull it towards you so that it seats it into position. You just have to add the 3 little Phillips head screws on the back to hold it in. So these LG dryers are actually pretty easy to work on. Got to be a little bit careful of the sheet metal. On these dryers, the sheet metal is pretty sharp. It can cut you. So we'll zip those in. We can plug it in and give it a try. Alright, put the 220 plug back in. Got that. Alright, let's see how it's doing. Turn on the power and we'll start it.
Hey, that sounds like a new machine. That's what we like. Sweet. Smooth.
Sounds good. Back to normal. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance.